All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the last live stream of the Jetpack Compose series. Man, we have come a long way. We have pretty much built almost everything. Well, yeah, of course, we've got a bit more features so we can wrap the whole app. But yeah, since I'm gonna be moving on Monday, this is gonna be my last stream overall in this studio as well. So let's make it count. Okay, I wanted to start or like I wanted to end by installing the Sentry SDK into the Jetpack Compose app, of course, so we can do some monitoring in production. Not that I will will push the app into production, but it's we'll demonstrate how to install Sentry so you can keep an eye on all of the issues that might be happening into your app. And yeah, if time permits, we are going to also, instead of install Room, we're also going to, we are actually going to install the RealmDB integration, aside, instead of the Room integration. Because, yeah, I didn't have time to read everything that, we need to do in order to integrate Room. So we'll just, take our best shot and install the RealmDB instead, because that's what I've been using in the previous 3 apps as well. All right, so let's jump in. Let's do a quick overview of what we've built so far. We have done the expenses screen already, and this is, I believe this is everything. Okay, yeah. We haven't implemented the filtering mechanism for this, but we have it in the report screen, so we'll just carry it over. Here's the report screen. As we can see, we got the same list, and this is our weekly charts. In order to jump between the periods, in this case is the weeks, we're basically going to swipe left. Okay, now it's stuck. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? It's not run. Something's going on. All right. I also might need to update my Android Studio, but no big deal. Let's actually try to run it again. Okay, expenses screen. Here's the reports. As you can see, there's like a bit of lag, not a bit, maybe a lot of lag, so we need to take care of that. And yeah, swiping left will allow us to jump, and you can also see some lag when swiping left as well. Yeah, you can notice that. That's because we're doing most of the stuff on the main thread while we should be doing it in the back thread. But yeah, this is the monthly view. Sorry, the weekly view. Here's the monthly view, where we're basically navigating month by month. There you go. You see that? That was painful, so we need to fix that. And we also have a yearly chart where we can see from like the 1st of January until the 31st of December. And because we have mock data, all of the expenses happened in February this month, so we'll only see February. And this one doesn't have paging navigation. It's just like one page. All right, cool. Let's begin by fixing the total and also the filtering into the expenses screen. So expenses.kt, we have our recurrence. We have a view model here, and I believe we should be using the view model. There we go. Here's our drop down. Here's also, yeah, we already have this sum total. That's good. So the only thing we want to do is move the recurrence menu opened. Yeah, probably move it into the view model. And then when we're going to change the recurrence, so or the period, for example, this week or this month or this year, we're going to filter out all of the... Hey John, how's it going? We're going to filter out all of the expenses that we can see there. And the picker, there we go. That's this is the menu. So when we click on the drop-down menu, we already do set recurrence in the view model, which means aside from updating the recurrence, we should also update, yeah, the expenses list. And we don't have that here. So let's go to the expenses state here and actually define the expenses as a list of expenses. And I'm going to do mock expenses for now until we actually replace that. So the expenses would come in this case from UI state or just state dot expenses. Okay, so these are from the view model. And now every time we change the recurrence, we need to filter out the expenses, which means we need to take a dip into the reports screen. Actually, the reports view model. Let's see. No, not really. It was the reports page view model. Report page view model. There we go. This is our logic. So we get the start and the end, as you can see here. But this lives inside of our init, inside of the view model. So we would like to, yeah, we would like to get this as a utility function, so we can reuse it into the expenses screen to filter out, to basically get the start and the end for the periods. Okay, so I'm going to go into the utils, and we have the date utils. We can easily put it there. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this whole thing, like this. There we go. And I'm gonna move it in a new function, and we're gonna create a new date class, just so we can return all of the, or a map. Yeah, let's actually, no, we're I think we're better off if we created a date class. So date class, data class. This is going to be the date range data, because it also includes data. So we'll have start, which is a local date. We're also going to have an end, and we're also going to have days in range, which is going to be an integer. Yeah, so we'll create a new function called calculate date range, and we'll paste this here. So this is today. We're also going to do starts, or like a late init val start, which is going to be a local date. What's up with this? Okay, yeah, of course, it has to be var. And of course, another one for the end, local date, and one for the days in range. In range, integer. Integers cannot be probably of primitive types. Yeah, doesn't matter. We'll just say days in range equals 7. There we go. So, as you can see, we're missing a bunch of things. We need to calculate this and then return a new date range data. And we'll put the start, end, and days in range. Okay. The function also wants to be annotated that it's going to return the date range data. And we just need to get the recurrence and the page. So recurrence and page, which is going to be an integer. There we go. No errors. Cool. So in here, we're going to obtain the date range data. We're going to call the calculate date range. And we are going to pass the recurrence, the page. And out of this, we can do start equals date range data dot start. Actually, can I like destructure this? Not really. Let's check that out. Kotlin data class destructuring. Okay. So there's a result. And I can do this basically. Okay. Cool. Cool. So I can do start, end, and days in range. Start and the end are local dates, and days in range is an integer. Beautiful. So we don't even need these now because we're obtaining the data from here. And as you can see, no errors, which is exactly what we want. Cool. And we also want to use the same thing in here. Okay. So for example, when we change the recurrence, page is always going to be 1, I think. I think it was 1. Minus days. Okay, yeah. In that case, 0. In that case, it's going to be 0 recurrence. And we don't need the days in range. But we have the start and the end. So since we have the start and the end, we can grab the, I don't know, in this case, the mock expenses, right? And actually filter it out and also calculate the sum total. So at the end, we'll update the recurrence, the sum total, and the expenses list. Let's see how we did that here. There we go. Cool. This is exactly what we need. And this sum, the actual sum. Okay, so instead of pulling data from the mock expenses, we're gonna pull from the UI state.value expenses. Yes, we want to filter out whatever's not really, not whatever's in the UI state, because that is going to, yeah, that's not gonna be right. Okay, so we have the filtered expenses. We're using the start and the end accordingly. And we also have the total expenses amount, which is pretty much sum total. I'm just gonna name it like this. And aside from the recurrence, let's do expenses equals filtered expenses. And also sum total equals sum total. Cool. Let's run the app and actually see if everything works correctly. Okay, we can see that there like nothing changed because I actually need to call the set recurrence. We also need to do this in our init. So let's actually do that. Okay, And because we don't want to put this on the main thread, we're gonna do new model scope launch dispatchers.io, so it's on the back thread. And we just want to call set recurrence and pass recurrence dot weekly, or no, actually daily, because that's the, yeah, that is the default one. So it sets up, basically triggers this function and updates the state accordingly. Let's see, we should see something like different values in this case. And it crashed, okay, let's see. See what the issue is. Yeah, late init property start has not been initialized. And that happens in the date utilities. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Got it. Got it. We don't have a daily. Okay, let's do that. Recurrence.daily. Yes, we only did the, you know, the weekly, monthly, and yearly, but not the daily one. All right, so start is gonna be pretty much this, and we also wanna get the. Actually, we wanna get the end. End is gonna be the same as the starts. So this is gonna be at the start of the day. This is a local date time. Okay. We don't get, you know, we don't bother with local date time. But basically, take the page into the account. Yeah. And figure out the start. And now, instead of times 7, we just want to do page in this case. Because times 7 is a weekly, it's a weekly thing, okay? So give me, and this is the last Monday. So actually no, we don't even need that. So it's just get me today, and then minus the number of, or like the current page number that we're on. So like page 3 would be 3 days ago, right? Page 0 would be today. That's actually what we want. So the start and the end are pretty much the same date. We can, you know, yeah, we can easily say that. We can safely say that. Cool. So this is gonna work now, because the late init variables, there we go. Late init variables are actually done. And these are only for today. As we can see, we also need to take care of the value here. So the sum total, we had a function for that, and I always seem to forget it. All right, let's see. Expense row. This thing. I think we've used this line a lot of times. We should actually be moving this into its own function. Okay, so now we don't need the string wrappers, and this is gonna look okay. Exactly. All right, so only two expenses for today, but if we go on this week, we can see today and yesterday, and also the sum total changed. Nice. If we do this month, we've got some more stuff here. Okay, that worked. And this year is gonna pretty much be the same, because the mock expenses get generated in the past 4 days. That's the reason. But yeah, this is it. Okay, so we got this working. We also got this working as well. Cool. I'm going to commit this. So this will be filtering expenses based on the recurrence in expenses screen. There we go. Cool. So now let's actually go and set up Sentry. And then after Sentry, we can jump and start to implement RealmDB if we have time to finish it. If not, it is what it is. Okay. This is my Sentry dashboard. And in order to actually start, I'm going to create a new project. It's going to be an Android project. It's going to be called Goodbye Money dash Jetpack Compose. Let me just check if this was like the naming. Goodbye dash money dash the actual technology. Cool. Okay, let's create the project. And now we are met. Yes, now we are met with the actual implementation details. There's a new Jetpack Compose integration, so let's actually use that thing. We are putting this into our Gradle, build Gradle file. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so all we need to do is add these two lines. I'm just gonna stop my process and sync the Gradle packages. And then we need to add these two. And probably the DSN. So we can either use the Android manifest or we can actually use Sentry options. If you initialize the SDK manually, you can enable user interaction. Okay. Alright, we need to install the Android SDK first. Okay, cool. So let's go. This is okay. I believe in here, the build script. Let's see. There's the plugin. Yeah. We need to add Maven Central to the repositories inside of the build script. So repositories without the actual function, Maven Central, and then also add the Gradle plugin. Okay, let's sync now. Actually, this, let's see. It says the apps build Gradle. I think we were supposed to add that here. Sorry about that. So let me just like copy this line or these lines and also the last line here and move that over here. Okay, so here's the build script with the Maven Central. And then here we need to add the Android Gradle. Actually, not in the dependencies, but into the plugins here. Okay, and I'm just gonna bring the build script at the top here. Okay, cool. And the next thing we want to do is connect our SDK to Sentry. So we want to add these three metadata values into our manifests. just before we actually close the application. Should be doing this. Okay, so these are for the traces sample rates. We also want to do profiling. Profiling sample rates. Cool. And aside from that, we can also implement the breadcrumbs and the user interaction. So user interaction is already included. We can also add breadcrumbs to it. Cool. Okay, so in order to hook up the nav controller, we can also do with Sentry observable effect. Cool. Let's go to our main activity now, because we have our nav controller here. We can say with Sentry observable effect. We don't actually need to provide the equals to true because they are enabled by default, and because we also added the values for the breadcrumbs and the user interaction to true. So this should be sufficient. Okay. Okay. Now let's also check the settings screen. We are passing the same nav controller, which means it's already Sentry enabled, so we don't have to care about that. Cool. Nice. Okay. So I'm just gonna run the app now. Actually, hold on. I'm actually going to also add the debug value. So IOSentry debug, we'll set that to true. And now run the app so we can validate that, you know, the Sentry integration is actually installed correctly. We should start seeing a lot of Sentry logs into our console here. For example, the tracing integration is installed, the communication is established, etc., etc. There we go. Okay, so we can start seeing the first, probably it's not a profile, it's just like a device object with all the information that we need. Cool. Okay, so it looks like everything is okay and it's working. Nice. This should have prepared a profile for us. So let's go here. Let me just see something. Traces sample rate. Yeah. Okay. So there's gonna be no issues because we haven't caused any issues, but we should see some profiles. I'm gonna. This is locked. There we go. So we already have one profile. It took about 750 milliseconds. And it's from the main activity. So let's see. There's a profile. We should see the chart. Okay. yeah, here's our flame chart, and we can see all of the things, like all of the processes that happened while rendering the main activity. And if you have like a long running process in our code or like in our code base, we should try to identify it from the flame chart. So as we can see here, these are all Android x.compose.ui, etc, etc. So we still don't have our code here. Still internals. There we go. So we start seeing some of our functions. There's our main activity here, still getting invoked. There we go again. Hey Kalayan, how's it going? How much progress? Pretty much the whole UI is done and functionality. No live data, no real data, still mock data. So we're installing Sentry right now and taking a look at how our app, gets like executed, and we're basically trying to figure out any functions we might have that are affecting the performance, because we can see some lag. Okay, so let's try to filter out com.Nikolov Lazar. So this is our package name. This is still the main activity. Still there. Okay, we should actually start seeing yeah, we're basically looking at the profiles, and we should try to look for the view model. Okay, so let's see. No, this is far from it. Let's see. You can color code it by package. Let's see, our codes are like purplish. This is the main thread, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we actually moved everything into another thread, so we should be good in this case. Yeah. But okay, let's go back to the, which one should be like the, probably here. No, this is not that thread. Let's see. We should see our view model trying to, filter the data, etc. I actually can't find it, which is interesting. Let's try to search for expenses view model. It's not here. It has to be somewhere. If this is like the load, I think this was the load. Oh, actually it's not there. Alright, that's weird. But yeah, I need to learn how to read these charts a bit better. Okay, but we can see that, our integration works. We can try to cause an issue, like on purpose, to see if Let's see. To see how the issues are, look like. There's a state. That would be useful. Let's change this into like, I don't know, recurrence. And right now, I think it's gonna crash because we can't really, it's not a decimal number. There we go, so it crashed. Okay, let's see what we get. We need to wait for the event to get processed and parsed, and then we'll be able to see the issue. Our error robot is waiting to devour. Come on now. Let's do it again. Maybe it's the dynamic sampling. There we go. It is, yeah, it is serializing it. It says that the app crashed. Yeah. There's also the breadcrumbs. All of the dependencies, all of the info about the app and why it potentially crashed. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so 2 events, that means, yeah, 2 of them got parsed, and it happened only to 1 user. Okay, and the actual issue is illegal argument exception. Okay, so it's an Android version 13, the OS. Because it's an emulator, we don't really see the model, etc. But it's going to, for example, if it happens on a Google Pixel phone, it's gonna say Google Pixel 3 or something like that. Okay, so here's the stack of the error. Let's see, maybe I should have also added my source code. But yeah, here's the breadcrumbs. The session started when we hit run. The main activity got created and started. The app is now in the foreground. There we go. So 2/expenses in terms of navigation, because that's like the default screen. And then it broke. Cool. Cannot format given object as a number. And here's all of the info that we have, like free memory, free storage. Was it like a low memory crash? What's the manufacturer? Memory size, screen density, all of these information. And the OS. All the dependencies. As you can see, all of the dependencies that you have in the app, which are useful for debugging. Cool, all right. Everything's cool, everything works. Let's see. Let's try the older one. Should see pretty much the same data. Yeah. There's also a screenshot feature that we can enable. We just search for the value. iOS entry attach screenshot. Okay. So attach screenshot. We'll set this to true and we'll run the app again. But this time, when the crash happens, we should also see a screenshot. Okay, let's see. It should be like the 3rd event. There's still 2 events. Let's do that again. There we go. So both of them got serialized. Cool. So now when we open this, let's see if we get the screenshots. Oh, I did? Good catch. Good catch. iOS Sentry attached screenshot. Yeah. Alright, let's do that again. Just copy pasted a bunch of... There we go, yeah. So I only copied the attached screenshot, but replaced it on the whole thing. Yeah, thank you, John. Okay. Let's see. Event number 5 and 6. There we go. Event number 5. We should see the exception. I'm not sure if it's like a... Oh, there we go. Yeah. We also get the screenshot. The exact moment where the exception happens. Cool. So imagine this is your user's device. I think it's pretty awesome to see what, you know, your user saw on their, you know, on their phone a moment before, you know, the app crashed. It gives you like a much, you know, much more context that pretty much helps you, you know, figure out what went wrong if you like had the chance to look at the screen of your actual user's phone. Yeah. All right, we got screenshots working. The cool thing is that now, because this is in, you know, this is on the actual start of the app. So I'm gonna go here, bring back this sum total, but I can go into the add.kt, for example, the add screen. Any privacy concerns? I'm not sure. I think there was like a way to blur out some of the stuff, or maybe that was just from the session replay. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's available if, for example, yeah, if the app that you're working on is concerned in terms of, you know, privacy and stuff. I believe, yeah, you can, I believe you can do something about it, because Sentry does some, I'm not sure like exactly how or exactly where, but Sentry does filter out some of the personal information that could be on the screen. Alright, so let's actually trigger an error when we click on this button. Yeah, we have the to do here, but instead of this, I just wanna throw a new exception. And we'll just say, oh no, when we click on the blue submit button. Okay, there we go. Let's actually go and it should be the different error. It should be like a new error. Also, if you want to track the number, the actual button tag, we'll see, you know, how the error happens and how it gets parsed. Oh, aside from this, we can also tag do like a set or like a test tag and do like a submit button. I think it'll show up into the breadcrumbs. Okay, let's actually do that again. We'll go to the add screen, submit expense, and now let's see. There we go. Okay, so this is the first one. There's the screenshot. Yeah, we also get the line. So it's gonna be like company call of Lazar goodbye money pages add.kt, the Kotlin file, at line 180. And here's the button. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Let's go back and see the breadcrumb. So now we have the second event. Line 181. Exactly right, 181. There we go. So there's a UI click happens on the submit button. And the exception is oh no. Let's see the breadcrumbs without the test tag. Yeah. As you can see, we can add a test tag, so we know which button is has been clicked, because this is the these are the breadcrumbs without the test tag. We can see the number of lines. So it was 180. I believe that was before I actually added an import here for the exception, probably. So it was like 180. Yeah, you can still make up, which component has been clicked based on the number of line. But yeah, if you also add a test tag to the actual element, you'll also get the UI click here. So you'll immediately know, okay, the submit button was clicked, and then the oh no exception happens. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so now since we have it, I'm gonna return the actual VM submit expense. Cool. I'm gonna push the Sentry integration. We also have the DSN string here, which means people can send their errors to my project. This should go as like an environment variable, but I don't know how to do that so far in Android. It's much different than web, of course. So I'm just gonna push this and like invalidate the DSN later so it doesn't eat up the usage. Cool. All right, so we have Sentry running. It is keeping an eye on all of our issues, screenshots and stuff like that. I believe we can spend some time. Let me see. Let me check my availability, but I think we should be good. Yeah. I don't have any meetings until the end. So, which means we can start implementing the Realm DB and start with the refactoring. So we're gonna refactor the whole app to actually use data that we provide, and as opposed to the mock expenses that we built. Cool. So realm.io. Let's see how we can do that. There's the Kotlin. There's the Android version. Top level build file where you can add configuration options, common to all. Okay. Cool. So this is the project's Gradle file. over here, and we can paste the realm Kotlin. Don't know what this is. We don't have that, so we'll just keep it. So now into our apps Gradle file, we also need to add the realm plugin. Like this. And also add these two dependencies. Cool. There we go. So sync project with Gradle files. We did that. This is the KMM, Kotlin multi-platform. We don't need that. We'll just need to start defining the objects. And we actually have started doing so, but we need to do some refactoring because our objects are actually data classes. And I can see these are just ordinary classes that inherit from the realm object class, and that defines a data model in realm. So let's actually do that. Okay. I'm gonna keep the constructor. I'm gonna remove the ID. It inherits from the realm object class. There we go. And now I'm gonna start defining these, the actual properties. So object ID comes from MongoDB, no, but from, oh, this is, yeah, this is deprecated, so we'll just use this. There we go. Nice. So we need to use the deprecated one. Damn it. Okay, they need to update their documentation. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna move these and actually do constructor and get them here without their vowels. Okay. And now we just need to map out everything. We also need to add them here. Okay. These are all vars. They need to have a default value, I believe. Can I do late init here? Not on these though. I can on the others. Yeah. And now we can do amount equals amount, or like this dot amount equals amount, this dot recurrence equals date, this dot note equals note, and this dot category equals category. But that's gonna be probably something else, a different thing. Okay, this is the ID. So we need to open a realm. Yeah, we need to open a realm, and we can export this. I'm gonna get this and probably put it at the top level. Just DB. Can we do this? Yeah, so we are exposing a realm, or we can just do DB. So when we try to read or write stuff, we can just do DB dot, and then we'll do. Let's try that. I mean, it's not gonna work because we have category here, and we also need to create, you know, or like move and refactor the category class. It's just gonna be like a realm object. There we go. These are the values constructor. Without their vals, it should all this, and this dot name equals name, this dot color equals color, and do lay init on these. Not really, because they're primitive. No? Oh yeah, because they're val. There we go. So color. Yeah, it's not one inline class types. Okay. Default. In that case, it's a default color. Okay, so aside from this, we also need an ID, which is gonna be the primary key in our local database. And now we also have the category. I'm curious, I'm thinking about the color, because the color, I don't think it's serializable, because it needs to be serializable. I believe we should keep it as like an RGB, parse it, yeah, or basically keep the hex code. Kotlin doesn't need semicolons. Yeah, doesn't need semicolons. All right, so I'm thinking about this. So we are going to keep a private color variable that is serializable. It's gonna be the hex color. Let's see, color dot get the value, or the actual value, which is an unsigned long number. Yeah, and then we can do color dot, can we pass a value? Yeah, we can pass a value. Let's see, value equals color dot value. Damn it, value, there we go. So this is an unsigned long number. We can do uColor equals color from that value. Cool. And because it's a number, it is serializable, so we'll keep it like that. So let's see this. This is going to be, it's gonna be a private var. Okay. It's gonna be like an unsigned long, I don't know, 0.0. I don't know what's the ulong, or like ulong min value. Okay, let's use the min value, and then we do because this is going to be the serializable one. Let's see, I want the public one to actually be ignored by realm. Okay, now let's see, Kotlin getter. Is there like a getter and setter? Getters and setters, okay. Yeah, we can say color is a color, and then the get is going to grab the color value and return, return a new color. So that would be color from the color value. Okay, what's up with this? Must be initialized. Color dot white then. There we go. Yeah, so there's an issue now because there is no setter. So we want to do this dot color value equals color dot value. We want to set the private color value variable so that it's the actual color will convert that to yeah, the public one will convert the color value into an actual color. Cool. So this is serializable. Let's see if we can like ignore this. Realm Kotlin, beautiful. Ignore what are we looking for here? All right, let's check the docs in that case. Second one, ignore a field. Yeah, ignore, and then there we have it. So why doesn't it want to play? Member property without backing field or delegate. Oh, okay. I don't know, because there is no setter, so it's automatically ignored. Because for example, if we add it here, it's gonna, yeah. All right, so we don't even need to ignore this because there is no setter. Yeah, and when we create a new category, we create it through the constructor. Cool. So the value is gonna be set, and it's going to be serialized because it's an actual number. Cool. All right. Thank you very much. And now, because the category is also a realm object, we need to see how we can create that relationship. Okay, see that there's a realm list. What about a one-to-one? To-one relationship and too many. You can define relationship in your object schema using the following. So there's our sushi platter. There's also a fish. Okay. Each sushi references either 0 fish instances or 1 fish. So nothing. We don't actually need to do anything here, right? Cool. Okay, so let's see. Recurrence. This is a sealed class. I'm not sure how that's serializable. We'll see if it's not. Jettles, hey, how's it going? Not sure how sealed classes are serializable. Here to watch and barely understand. Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's see. I feel like this should kind of do the trick. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna run this and see if there are any issues. We're still using the mock data everywhere. I just want to see if it builds. Because we added a bunch of dependencies that might mess up. Okay, there we go. Ah, got it. So yeah, there's no ID now. Yes, there is no ID because the ID is now an object ID. It automatically gets generated. We also don't need an index. Let's try that again. Let's see, no such methods. Copy to default. Internal compiler. Damn it, where is this? Execution failed for task. Debug Kotlin. A failure occurred while executing some methods. Whoa. Honestly, I have no idea. But I believe we have some issues. Compilation backend, please report this. So it points to our category. Is it the... Okay, let me just like comment this out. Yeah, of course it's gonna be all right. Now we have a lot of unresolved references because we use the color in like 3 separate. Okay. We need the color. Oh, there's a copy. Okay, I understand now. Maybe this is it. It's the copy. Because check it out. Let me see. There's a copy too. I'm not sure if that's like, if that's it. I'll just use this ordinary copy. Not really. Okay, so how do we do this? Instead of the getter, why don't we just... It's not gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna update, right? Because I'm only assigning this... Actually, hold up. Let's create this as a late init variable color. It's gonna be a color. We're going to ignore. Yes, we're gonna ignore this. But then I'm also going to say this dot color equals a color from the color value, just so we can have a reference here. Okay, so we don't use the getter in case that's the issue. Let's see. Not really. Damn it. Okay, so it has nothing to do. It's nothing to do with that. And it still points to our category. Is it the primary key? It can't be. I mean, it's deprecated. Maybe that's the actual issue. It was deprecated. No, again. What is that? Cool. All right. I am actually going to search for this. No such. Method copy to. Alright, so maybe the... Oh, hold on. So we got the Kotlin SDK, but what is the actual... 1.6.10 or higher Kotlin plugin for Android Studio? And the Android virtual device using a supported CPU architecture. What is a supported CPU architecture? Let's see. Let's actually pay more attention here. Android application 7.1.2. Ours is bigger. 1.6.10. Okay, it's like 1.7. Let's see. What is the version? The latest version? It's probably 1.6.0. One 6.1. Which is pretty recent, so it's not that. Source compatibility, Java version is version 11. Let's see what we have. Version 11, what the hell is 11? And we had 1.8. This is 11. What is that? All right, so let's see. Was that the issue? And probably this is gonna break some other part of our app. No doubt about that. Not really. Damn it. Okay. I hate this. JDK 11 or higher. Kotlin plugin for Android 1.6.10. We got the 1.7.0, so we should be good. Yeah, try turning it off and on again. I really wish that would work. But I can see, let's see, compile SDK. That's actually 33. Min SDK is like 28. Oh, 26 in our case. Maybe that's it. Target is like 31. We got 33 in our case. Let's bump it up then. I'm gonna set this to 28. I don't know. I'm gonna set these to like 11. Maybe that makes all the difference. Let's try to run it again. So I wish the actual, oh, again. I'm not sure if it's like just me, but the thing is, I understand nothing from this log. I'm not sure if just like my inexperience with Android, but this honestly tells me nothing. No such method in like an internal file. And how do I fix this? No such. And I'll just do the copy to default. Realm Kotlin. Okay, someone had this pain before. Kotlin version 1.2.0. Trying to upgrade 1.4.0 to 1.5, but it's failing on compiling. So it is the Kotlin version probably. This means the version of Kotlin and Realm you're using don't match. Changelog Realm 1.4 and 1.5 both require Kotlin 1.7.20. Damn. Okay. So I should look that into the change. Damn it. That's crazy. We install 1.7.0 if I'm not wrong. Realm is 1.6.0, but there's like 1.7.0 as well. Kotlin 1.7.20. Well, I'm gonna use the 1.7.0 in that case. And Kotlin is now 1.7.0. 1720 and above. Ktor coroutines, I have no idea what those are, so I'm just gonna update this. Sync fails. Alright, 170 then. No, it doesn't want to. Okay. 162. Alright, let's see the log. Man, this is so tiny. Plugin version 162 apply false was not found in any of the following sources. No way. Okay, so there's no, it can't really find. It has to be like 160. Not cool. Plugins, these are probably from like, let's see. Gradle plugin 161 is the latest. There we go. Would you look at that? All right, let's see. Okay, that worked. I'm gonna try to run it now. Please don't break. Man, what is the problem? 161, why? There's 161. Okay, compatibility. Minimum Gradle version 671, Android Gradle 4, Android minimum Android SDK is 16, so it means we didn't need to do that. Kotlin 1720 and above. Is this that 170? Is that it? Let's see, Gradle plugin. What do we got? 1820. Okay, let's see all other versions. 1720 exists. And we got like 170. Alright, so if I do 1720, it should technically work. Because it is there. Cool, cool. Now if I run it, so 161 requires Kotlin version 1720. And let's see if there's the missing method now. So technically, if like 1720 is like the latest Kotlin version, that means they use some methods from 1720 that weren't available before. It makes total sense. Yeah. So out of all of our tries, now is the time that it makes perfect sense for it to work. So please work. Okay, cool, cool. It's something else now. All right, so this version 120 of the Compose compiler requires 170, but you appear to be using Kotlin 1720, which is not known to be compatible. Please fix your configuration. All right, so the Compose compiler is now needs to be updated, right? Where is that thing? Compose compiler. Is that it? Compose options 1, 2, 0. Okay, let's also Google this problem. Oh. Compose UF, okay, 1, 2, 0. Compose the Kotlin compatibility map. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. We got the Kotlin version 1.7.20, and that should be like 1.3.2 basically. 3.2. And should we also change the extension version? Let's see. I feel like this is gonna break the whole app in every imaginable way possible. Okay, some errors, issues, sorry. Int is deprecated in Java. Soft input adjust resize. Okay, yeah, I'm aware of that. But look at that. Oh, let's see. Hey, look at that. It actually works. All right. Cool. Okay. So, whew, that was interesting. All right. So we got ignore here. We set this when the constructor within the constructor. But I feel like I don't want to do this. I actually want to do val color and then do the actually I'm just gonna undo everything. Just, you know, use the getter. Just use the getter. I think it's much cleaner. There we go. So we don't need to ignore or do some stuff like that. Cool. There we go. Nice. Cool. Okay, so I guess we're, you know, ready to start writing some actual, you know, some actual data. So we're gonna go into the add view model. And we have everything here, set amount, set recurrence, basically, or everything is in the UI state, right? Category, yeah. Replace when you build the category model. Oh, we didn't actually do that. Yo. There you go. Category. And it's not going to be a string. It's going to be a category. And let's go back to the add.kt. So when we actually want to set the category, based on the category, of course. State.category.name. Yeah. Color the text based on the selected category. Yes. That would be like color equals state.category color, or that's gonna be Elvis color. I'll just do color white. Okay, we got this to do done. So for all the categories, and the categories are the wrong list, so we don't want to do that. We're gonna read the categories out from the view model. Okay, so categories is going to be a list of a category. Just an empty list of. And when we actually initialize our view model scope, we want to launch dispatchers.io. When I launch a new action that's going to get the DB and try to read all of the categories from the DB. Okay, so DB dot query, probably. Let's check the documentation. Realm database, define, change, read. Find object of type. This is it, yeah. Frogs flow, query or frog as flow. Okay. Okay, fetch all the objects of the type as a results collection synchronously. Yeah. Or it can be like a flow as well, and then we can do collect and map on those. Okay. It's a flow of result change. Maybe we want to do that as well, you know? Okay. It's a flow. Result change of category. Okay, so it's going to be like db dot query. We'll pass the type category as flow. All right, what's up with this? No value passed class with double Z. What the? Okay, there we go. So no need to do that here, I believe, because we already have the flow within the UI state. So now when we want to loop through the categories, we should do UI state or just state dot categories collect as state. Is it collect? Oh, we need to, no, just want to do collect and then we get the results. Okay, just want to do collect and there's should be called only from a coroutine or another suspend function. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I can see that now. I guess we should just go and do realm results in that case. Okay, should have read this. We'll keep this. We'll go back and instead of doing this, realm results is the generic that we're looking for. Okay. Yeah. And when we do the init, we're actually going to assign that UI state dot UI state dot update current state, copy, and we want to set the categories to db.query category.find. There we go. So our categories is now a realm results of category. So we just want to add a question mark that loops through all of the categories here. What's up with its text? Of course, category.name. And now we're in the clear. Okay, cool, cool. Change the color based on the category. Again, category.color. And this to do is also done. And now also let's go to the categories view model. So when we actually submit, create a new category, there we go. UI state updates. There we go. So again, the same thing. See that this is, yeah, this is Yeah, so instead of categories like this, I'm just gonna remove all of these. It should be like realm results. They're null by default. We wanna initialize them in the same way as we did here. Okay, and now here, create new category. We don't actually need the new categories list. We just want a new category like this. Okay. Okay, let's see. Create a new category. New category is gonna be this, and we should just write stuff. Let's see. Create a new object. Realm.write. Okay, there we go. See that? That's all we need to do. So db.write. This copy to realm. Category. Dot apply. And now we pass. The name is gonna be this. Yeah. And the color is going to be this. But the color oh no, of course not. Yeah, we should use the constructor. Okay. I'm gonna undo that. Yeah. And this one is a private one, so we should actually be using this. Not the .apply method. Yeah. Just this. Copy to realm. Here's the stuff. Create new category, suspend. What? Should be called only from a core routine. Okay. So view model scope dot launch. There you go. There we go. A core routine. So this is gonna write the new category into the database. I'm not sure if this is going to get updated. React to changes. Let's see. Any modern app should be able to react, of course. Ours too. You can subscribe to changes. Query on collection. Okay. About the example. The example uses two realm objects, character and fellowship. Here's character, here's fellowship. The examples have this sample data. Okay. Characters. There's a right blocking, copy to realm. Okay. Close it. Oh, should we like open and close every time we do these things? You can register a notification handler on any query within a realm. First, create a Kotlin flow from the query with sFlow. Cool. Next, use the collect method to handle events on that flow. Events of type updated results, record all the changes. Okay. Here's the job. We get the characters as flow, and then we collect on that flow. And those are the things. Okay, let's see. This is on an object. So should we do this? Should we do this in the view model? And like update the... Yeah, I think we should actually. So I'm just gonna keep this like a list of categories. Empty lists for now. Defined, you know, the find thing is okay, but we should probably... We should probably do the flow and all these things. Yeah. Alright, so you update that. That's cool. But I also wanna do, because I wanna update it again. There we go. Set up a new coroutine. Characters, one of the categories equals db.query category. And we can now collect that as flow and do collect on it. Yeah. And these are gonna give us the changes, right? And now changes dot, I believe the list is realm results of category. Cool. Results change. Results change of category. That list will probably return all the categories. So in this case, when this happens, I want to update this again. Changes.lists. So update the, you know, the categories again. We should probably do this on the main thread. If not, we'll see. No big deal. But yeah, this is in the categories view model. So when we create a new category, we just write the new category and this should pick it up. Here, this should pick it up and it should update the current categories list and we should see it on the screen. So let's see. The delete won't work because we don't have the delete implemented just yet, but initially we should see like an empty list of categories. We do the write and then and then it crashes. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, some realm stuff. Invocation target exception. No, not in the view model. It's here. Okay. Could not open realm with the given configuration. Okay. Schema validation due to the following errors. Expense.category of type object must be nullable. Expense category of type object has unknown object type category. What the hell? Alright, so we're talking about expenses. Model expense. This must be nullable. What does this mean? Or be abstract? What? No. I also don't see the unsigned long. Maybe that's gonna be an issue. Okay, let's see now. Ah, of course. I believe it's always gonna have, like, we cannot really create an expense without a category. Oh man. Wait, I should be like going to the settings, not the ad screen. Like, ditch the ad screen. We'll see that later. Probably not ready yet. Alright, settings, categories. Of type object has unknown object type category. What is that? What does that mean? So we got the category, which is a realm object. It has its own ID. Maybe it's the relation. Has unknown object type category. Good. Now we have the man. So realm should have much better error explanations. Oh, okay. I got it. Here, we only have the expense class, but we should also add the category. Well, you should say so. Okay, not cool. See? Let's create one. Alright, so I'm gonna create like a bluish one. This is going to be what? Groceries. Of course. Late init property name has not been initialized. No way. You got the constructor, so it has to be initialized, right? Okay, time to debug this. I'm gonna put a breakpoint here and also in the add view model where we are creating, not the add, it's the actual category. Categories, there we go. Create new category. This, yeah, there we go. We should see. Okay. Alright, so what is the name? The name is subscriptions. Alright, so go to settings. Oh, wait a minute. No. We got the mock expenses now. See that? And when... Okay. Yeah, this constructor gets called from the mock expenses. So I just want to hit this breakpoint and then we can jump into the actual category, like here. And I also want to see if the new category name does have a value, because it should have a value. Now, what is it? It's not even an error. Oh man. This is crazy. Let's try that again. Because we didn't change anything. Or maybe it's... There we go. Okay. You know what? Maybe we wrote like we probably created a new category and now it's... Yeah. Let's actually uninstall this. I mean, or just like clear the data would have worked, but like who goes there? Let's debug it now again. Fires. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I thought it was something. Groceries. Let's see. New category name. Groceries. The color. It is that color. So if I get a breakpoint there, this dot name would be created because yeah, the name is groceries and the color exists. The color dot value is this number, so the color dot value is going to be done as well. And then it crashed. Not sure why. Late init property has not been initialized. Oh, come on. Maybe I should not be using late init here for the name. You know? Is that like the thing? Alright, let's actually run it without the debug. There we go. I mean, the color has not been... Yeah. It's probably because of the unsigned long. Yeah. So let's put a breakpoint in here. So when we try to obtain the color, we want to look at the color value, right? What was that? Okay, put it here, go back to the categories. Let's create a red one. It's gonna be bills. We should see bills pop up here. There we go. So there's an issue with the... Alright, so the flow works, as you can see. The flow works. But the serialization of the color doesn't. So yeah, this thing right here, it's an unsigned long. What else can we get from the value? Should we like create an RGB type of string where we can... Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Red, green, blue, and alpha. Or with floats as well, and color space. Okay. We're in the debug mode, so I'm gonna create a new one, like a greenish one, and we can name this, I don't know, sports, like a gym and gear, etc. So here's the color. Is there like an immediate? Yeah. Color dot red 0.4. Yeah. Yeah, so we got these. Let's see. We got these floats. I believe we can create a string, you know, and like basically keep this like as a string. Zero, zero, zero. Comma separated. And what we want to do here, is do val components, or like color components equals color value split by the comma. So the red component is gonna be color components, and like give me the firsts. Can we destructure that? Kotlin destructure array, like first, second, third. Probably not, or like destructure part of lists. I think nested destruction would be enough, so you could do, I think, that for the spread operator makes sense. Oh, these are just like, these people are just discussing. Does work, okay. Alright, so we can do red, green, and blue. So these will be the components, and for the color, we need to return a new color with the red, green, and blue, right? What's up with this? Float, float, float. These should be floats. Oh, these are strings. Okay. Of course, these are strings. Yeah. RGB. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. So we're just basically keeping floats, and the color value is going to be a string where we have the color dot red, comma, color green, comma, color dot blue. RGB. Red, green, blue. So save it like that. Parse it, you know. Parse it back, but keep it as a string because it's much. Okay, so let's uninstall the app and run it again. So technically we should see color now. Okay. So blue, groceries, there we go. Okay, cool. I need to reload the form after a successful submission. Let's see. Bills, nice, nice, and sports, there we go. Finally, okay, we figured out the color. Yeah, it's best to keep it as a string and then just like, you know, destructure it, grab the components again, parse the floats. There's your color. Cool. Okay, so what if we go to the ad screen? It's gonna crash. No, it's not gonna crash. Select a category first. Look at that. Look at that. There's the groceries, bills, sports. How about that? If I click sports, this text should be green. Madness. 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 I love it. You see that? Now that's good. I'm not fired. Just joking. But yeah. We got it going. We got it right. So this means that we can also start adding, because these are actual categories, right? In the add view model, let's see. Categories. Yeah. We should also add, we should also add this thing as well, because when we create, for example, we got these three, right? Let's see if that works. Maybe we don't have to. So I'm gonna create a yellow one, and this can be like a takeout food, right? There we go. Takeout is like pizza, burgers, etc. If we go back into the ad, are we gonna see the takeout or not? If we don't see it, we need a subscriber, like a listener, to actually add the new. No, we actually don't, because there's takeout. Cool, 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 nice. We don't actually need this. We only need it if we wanna. If we're already on the same screen and we want to see the changes immediately, that's when we want to do that. Okay. So, we got the creation going, but we also need to figure out the deletion. Okay. So, from all the categories, we obtain the index. We don't need the new lists. We have the index. I mean, we have the whole category for that matter. We don't even actually need the index as well. Okay, we're making it work. I like this. Realm.write. Query that. Okay. Delete frog, because we already have it. We'll just do db.write. Delete category, and it should be happy. No, what is? Oh, okay, I got it. We don't need to update the list manually because we have the listener here. But I need a new, like a back coroutine. View model scope dot launch, and now it's happy. Now it's happy. So it's deleting the category. When the deletion happens successfully, the subscription is gonna get triggered and our state will get updated automatically. So let's see that. Plus now we should see the 4 categories that we created previously. There we go. So I'm gonna remove the takeout. Nice. Okay, let's see. Frozen objects cannot be deleted. They must be converted to live objects first by using the mutable realm. Find latest. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we do have to query some stuff. All right, we got the category. That's okay. Deleting category is going to be db.query category underscore id equals the 0, and the primary key is going to be category.id.find.first. All right, so delete that instead, I guess. This dot write instead of db. Okay, because we are in the scope. So this dot write. I don't know. What? This is a query instead. There we go. So I guess the same thing will go db query. That's all right. No, it's actually all right. It's only for writes. Okay, let me stop it and rerun it because we changed this queries, so it uses the same mutable realm. Maybe that was actually the case. Because inside of this block here, it's a mutable realm. That means we can change it. All right, let's try deleting takeout now. Yeah, there we go. Now it's deleted. So if we run the app again, we should not see the yellow takeout category because it's actually deleted. There we go. Nice. Okay. Okay, this makes sense. So we pretty much are done with this screen. I believe we can also create the erase all data functionality because we might need it. We probably gonna need it. So we'll go to the settings, and where are we? We have the erase all data here. We can add a clickable modifier to it. And when we click on this, we wanna open like, are you sure, right? Now add the AI, exactly. Jetpack compose, open confirmation dialog, alert dialog. What will happen to expenses from deleted categories? Yeah, no, I wanted to just like create an unknown category. I think I've done that in one of the previous apps. So for example, we're getting some takeout, we're getting pizza and burgers, and then I delete the takeouts. I delete the takeout category. I'm gonna keep the expense because that's what's important, right? I could label it like an undefined or unknown or deleted category. Probably unknown would make most sense, but yeah, I would just like treat it as deleted instead of cascade delete the expenses because that would mess up our reports and our math, right? Okay, so there's like an alert dialog. Cool. But I believe we should have, let's see, title and text. Yeah, unconfirm and dismiss. So this should, is there a, yeah, cool. So we only need to like delete confirmation showing, right? By remember mutable state of false. What's up with this? Import that as well. So if we want to do this equals true when we dot value, no, of course, yeah, it's val. All right, cool. So when we click on erase all data, this is this is going to be true. What is this? Mutable state of course, this is true. And then when this is true, we want to render the alert dialog. Yeah, alert dialog, probably not gonna take any children. So on dismiss, this is just false. Then we have confirm button is going to be a composable. So that would be like a button. On click, we'll do something, I don't know, in the view model or here, we'll see. Let's see what's the correct text button. Okay, let's actually do that. Text button, and inside we have delete everything. So this was the confirm. Then we have the dismiss. It's pretty amazing how you manage to unblock yourself with when things fail. Oh yeah, thanks. It's like super feels like super uncomfortable. But yeah, you do what you gotta do. So delete everything and I'll just say cancel. So this is the confirmation, this is the dismiss. We also want to add the title. It's probably gonna be a text. Wrap that with a "Are you sure?" Are you sure? That was the title. There's also a text. And we want to say this erase all data. This action cannot be undone. If you're sure, delete everything, and this is where we basically delete everything. If the cancel gets clicked, yeah, just set this to false so we don't see the actual alert dialog anymore. All right, let's see this in action. Nice. The theming is wrong, but hey. Cancel removes it. If I click outside of it, removes it. And delete everything should be that bad unrevocable function. So let's see how we can do that. We probably want to create like a function somewhere because we don't have a view model here. I don't think we do need, we need to have a view model. We can do everything here. So we're talking about deleting all objects of a type, right? And this needs to run inside of a coroutine. So let's see how we can do that. What is that coroutine scope? Because we don't have the view model scope now. Should be called from a coroutine, of course, yeah. Okay. Coroutine. Well, no value pass for the context. Nah. We need a context inside. Coroutine context. No. Okay, let's see. Jetpack compose. Button click coroutine. There's a function here. There's a remember coroutine scope. Okay, I got it. Coroutine scope equals remember coroutine scope. Beautiful. Let's create a new function. Erase all data. It's a function that returns a unit equals, and there we go. So inside we have the coroutine scope dot launch. Beautiful. And now we are in that coroutine scope. Cool. So in here we can just say erase all data. That's it. And cool. db.write would be allowed in here. Very nice. And we just want to do basically this. Realm results, this.query.find, delete, and we'll do for both the categories and expenses. Right, so expenses equals this.query expense.find, import the model. So with this. Another import, I guess. Yeah. There we go. and categories. Find everything. Import category. No, what did you... This one. Delete expenses and delete categories. Cool. So this is the big red button that does the all of the damage. So let's see. We should have some categories created. 3. So let's erase all the data. Oh, of course, I forgot to reset it. Okay, not cool. Okay, this is false. But if we go to categories, we got nothing. Cool. Let me just rerun the same thing again to see if the confirmation gets closed. I don't know. Doesn't matter what it is. I just want it to be. Okay, so we don't see the alert anymore, and we don't see the dummy category. Cool. Nice. All right, so we got this done. Let's start working on this. Add view model. Set amount, set recurrence, set date, set node, set category, and this is the moment where we actually create that expense and save it to the local DB. Cool. The category is the category. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so let's go to the categories view model where we have the create. I just want to steal this part right here. And instead of creating a category, I want to create an expense. And that expense will receive, first it's the double, probably the amount. Then we have the recurrence. Then we have the date. Then we have the notes. And at the end, the category. Right, let's see. Amount is a string. Oh, we need to parse it. Oh, there we go. This is the thing. 5, 35, 0.35, 36.36. See that? We need to basically make some sort of a parser, and that should happen here. So when we receive the new amount, we should either save that little dot or not. And I wanna use. Let's use a dot. I know that, you know, there's the whole locale and stuff. For example, some countries use dot to define the, you know, to start defining the decimal points. Some countries use the comma to start defining the decimal points. I'm just gonna like use a dot in this case and like forget it. So if we come to what is this? Is this like a minus? Damn it. Okay. A currency type? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Oh, there is a currency. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Public final class currency. It is dude, it is serializable. Currency code. Hey. Nice one. Nice one. So we can try to parse this. Let's see. What are the properties here? Get instance. No, we don't. Can't really work it. I'm just like trying to... I'll try to parse the amount as a double. If it can parse it, then update it. If not, don't update the state, so we don't, you know, reflect it. Yeah. So let's see. Kotlin try parse to enter null. Okay, so we can do parsed equals amount to double or null. If we have the parsed one, just go for it. If it's not null, just use the parsed thingy, and this amount, instead of a string, this should be a double actually. Should actually be a double. Should it be a double? Actually, no. Amount dot just trim. So far it works, right? We'll see that, but as you can see, we got like $3,742.5 here, and we're using the amount field, so it's okay. It's okay. We can keep this as a, yeah, we can keep this as a thing, but instead of a double here, oh, maybe that's the case. Well, then we can do two double in this case. What about the recurrence? It's optional. It's optional. By the way, it is null by default. It should be none. It should be none. So this should not be undefined. Then we have the date and category. The date is pretty much always here. The category could be null. And now we have local date time as a local date. Yeah, this is local date time. At the start of the day? Not really. Hold on. It should be local date time. No, it's a local date. Oh, I know. We can do this. Now equals local date time now. Now we can try to set, you know, we can obtain the clock from now and the actual date from the date, you know. At time, now that hour, now that minute, and now that seconds. There we go. Dunzy. Category. It must have a category. Okay. So submit expense. It must have a category. Yeah. Means that we can do like an if is not null, then it's safe to add the unwrap, or like the, I'm not sure what this operator was called, like the double bang. What if a person wants a different time? I know we didn't add a time here. Let's actually see that. Add.kotlin. Let's see. We have, there's the note. Where's the note? Okay, so date is just before the note. There we go. Select date picker. Is there like a date time? It's just a date picker. It's not a date time picker. Initial date, locale, today, show abbreviations, color, shapes, typography, title, shape, container, damn it. Okay. And this is from that package that we installed. There is no time. This is not cool, honestly. Yeah, on date change, basically, date picker dialog. Well, let's see. It was a third-party package. No, I should have, like, there's also a time, but should I be... Why is that time picker dialog? There is a time picker dialog, and I can probably change these. So when we click on the OK, it boots up the time picker, and when we click on the time picker OK, that's when we set the date, you know? But we should like keep it somewhere, I don't know, somewhere like local. There is a time. There is a time. Like hit OK, and then we can see that the time picker, I don't know. Or should we like just don't do like a time at all, just do dates? Because we have time right here, god damn it. We should keep the time. I know it's gonna be... Yeah, go with date only. I know it's gonna be like crazy, but I'm just gonna keep this to inherit the time that is like the moment when the user clicked the submit expense. It's not cool, but yeah, what can we do? I mean, there's a lot of we can do, of course, but yeah, I would leave that to you if you wanna implement it. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Also, I wanna disable the button so we can't really submit an expense before we actually get all of these, you know, filled up. Category included, or just like a category, yeah, because everything else is. Okay, let's see. This is the clickable. Enabled. It's a boolean. And it's gonna be clickable if the state that category is not null. No way. Let's see. This is just a button. Jetpack compose button disable. Not the color, but just disable. Oh, there's an enabled. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, the floating action button has, but not the ordinary button. Look at that. Alright, so the submit expense button should be disabled until we pick a category. There we go. So we can click all we want, but if we pick a category and there are no categories, we should go and create, otherwise it's not gonna allow us to create that. So groceries, damn it, yeah. Categories, view model. When we create this aside from writing, yeah, as I admire what you're doing and the effort you're applying to something new. We wish I would like you. Oh, of course, man. Go for it, man. You know, it's like years of experience, and it's not even years of experience. I don't think like you need to spend a lot of time to do what I do. I think it's just like easily achievable. Just put your mind into it and you got it. Yeah, so aside from writing into the DB, we wanna also do UI state, private one, update, current state, and we wanna do current state dot copy. And what do we want to set? We want to set the color, new category color. Want to restart this to white. I think it was the white was like the default color. Yeah. And the name, new category name, just an empty string. Gotta take a shower. I'll finish watching later. John, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it, man. All right, so this will reset the form, so we can go and pick a new color and immediately type the name. I like the, you know, the flow, the UX of this, because we can basically do takeaway. Was it like a takeaway? No, takeout. Takeout food. Takeout, you know, so we can hit the enter. Was it? No, not the enter. This button. So now we're still focused on the input, and we can do bills, pick a color, you know, boom, and we can start typing again. So that's what I like about resetting it. So if we click on the bills, cool. All right, let's go here. Submit expense. We pretty much have it. So let's see. We wanna do. What do we wanna do? The amount to double, but as we start typing, this is gonna try to parse the amount as a string. So I don't know, 52.2.3. As you can see, no more dots and no more commas and no more, you know, hyphens, because that cannot be parsed as a double. Okay, so that means 52. I can even remove the dot. I can continue. Comma is not allowed. Minus. Let's see if, I mean, of course, you'll never do like a negative. Oh yeah, if the amount is, yeah, let's actually do that. Or this should be like a var, and I want to do another one. So if the amount, I can do that. If the amount is an empty, or like is empty, we want to set the parsed as like a 0.0, you know. So in that case, this works, and instead of 5, it's gonna go back to 0. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Then amount trim. We can use the parsed, but instead of trimming the amount, you can just do, probably just do parsed. But this is going, oh yeah, this is not gonna be cool, because we'll always have like 0.0 if we just go and try to do the parsed. So I don't like this. Now it's 0, 5.0. See that? 8, 3.25. Okay, It kind of works. And this is like 50, you know, so you know now you need to like click here to actually make it 5. No, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. We can trim it, but if I set the parse to 0, it's gonna set, you know, the amount. It's gonna trim the amount. It's gonna be empty. Okay, so in this case, let's do it here. If it's empty, we want to set that to. Oh, of course, yeah. There is no. So I want to create a new. I want to create a new variable, so I don't do it inline, or like can also do it inline probably. Kotlin ternary. There is no ternary, is it? Oh, just inline it. Yeah, just inline it. Like directly. If is empty, do like a 0. Else do the amount dot trim. What's up with this? Oh, cool. So amount dot trim. If it's empty, return 0. But is it gonna return the actual value then? Probably. Right, so then in order to make this happen, if the amount is empty, we also want to change the parser to 0, but not null, because we want to still enter this right here. But we need to keep the if in order to fend off all of the commas and, you know, the minus, the hyphens. So this should work. I think this should work. And if we're done with this, then we can move on with the actual submit expense. And this to double doesn't have to be to double or null, because it's always gonna be parsable to double. It's always gonna be parsable. Otherwise, the user is not gonna be able to write it here. Okay, so let's see. 53.45. Delete. Everything should be 0, and it is 0. The cursor goes on the left, which is not really cool, but hey. Okay, so now we got 0.53. Okay, that is so not interesting. But alright, 53. Make it 53. Make it today. That's alright. Leave some notes. What's this gonna be? This is gonna be bills. I don't know. Power bill. I know it makes sense to make it recurring on like a monthly basis, but we'll just not gonna do that right now. Let's try to create an expense. Crash. Probably because of the relationship. Yeah, find latest to find an up-to-date version of the object, of course. It's this thing right here. That's the actual thing. So let's do this dot query category. And we'll do a string underscore ID equals dollar sign. What was the dollar sign something? 0. Dollar sign 0. Category ID find first. There we go. All right, so we need a fresh category object when we're creating the expense. We already have the category, it's just not fresh. Okay, so we have to dip into the database one more time, grab that category and assign it to, you know, assign it to the expense. All right, let's see. I really hope it works this time. 53.99. Okay. Power bill. Yo. Let's make it a bill. Technically, it should have shown it. Now, let's actually go into the expense. And when we're trying to... Oh, this is the screen? No, page, expense. There we go. The view model. Because the view model has this. We would like to not do this. Do a list of, and then do the same thing. You know, do the same thing where we are... Set recurrence. Oh, that was it, yeah. Okay, we do want to do that, but then we have like mock expenses, which we want to use these expenses, but we want to obtain those first. So let's see how we can do that. See that we want to do this basically. We want to update not the categories but expenses. DB query expense. So give me all of these expenses and then like do the set recurrence. So instead of these, we should be doing UI state.expenses. Expenses dot value dot expenses. Okay, or can we do like underscore US? No, we can't. Okay, doesn't matter. There we go. So mock expenses, we don't use them anymore, at least here, right? You can do mock expenses and see where we're using them in the expenses list, in the expenses screen, but we don't use them. Reports, don't use them as well. And reports page view model, we use them here as well. Yeah, there we go. So we should also fix it there. But let's see. Let's reload this. This is the expenses view model. So in here, we should only see the power bill, yo. Yeah, there we go. Didn't even produce anything. Wow. Okay, let's see now. What's the issue? What is the issue? Oh. Okay. All these late inits. Yeah, we ditched all the late inits, so we'll just do like local date time now, and you know, go with the flow. So recurrence is all like usually none, but when we actually create the constructor, we'll change it. Cool. Let's try it now. I don't know. Also, we might want to check on the type. There we go. Power bill, yo. 8:45. Yeah, 8:45. Now it is the actual clock. So the total also works. 54. This is 54. Cool. Let's try to add one more. I don't know. What is this gonna be? Cabbage. For $15. 12. 125. Okay. Let's get some cabbages for like 125. I'm gonna put that like on the previous week. It's gonna be like in the groceries. Boom. We should reload this, you know, reset the form. But it's not today. No way. It is so not today. You see that? Did it happen in the ad? Like, is this at time? Is this being set at all? No, it is being set. So that's crazy. Weird, but let's see. I'm gonna add breakpoints inside of the expenses list here. I want to see what we get. And I believe, like, when we fix this, we've got just a few more things to enable, you know, live data, for example, reports and everything, and we should be pretty good to go. All right, let's see. This is the... There's no nodes. Nodes? No nodes. Date is now. No category. How is that? Like, how? Well, we can see them here. There's a date, no nodes. Recurrence is set to none. Amount is that. What am I trying to... The actual date. So this is the 9th. That's okay. This should be like the... It is the 9th again. Okay. That's a bug, you know. That's a bug. So add view model here. I wanna get to this point. What's up with this? Suspend function call, not really. I want to get to this point and, you know, get the value of the date and like evaluate this whole thing. So let's create something else now. Takeout's gonna be burgers. Burgers, we got them for how many? I don't know, 15 bucks. And I want to set this to be like the 4th of February. Okay, the date is correct. Submit. See the date. The date is correct. I want to evaluate this whole expression. So there we go. It looks correct. 8:49, that is exactly what time it is right now. Okay, so it does work, right? It does work, but there's an issue when we're trying to there's an issue when we are trying to probably deserialize everything that we have in the database. Maybe the local date time is not really a supported. Let's see. We had that supported types. Yeah, you see that? There is no local date time. So we need to like keep this as a string probably. And do the same thing, private string, public just getter that converts the string. That's why we don't have the dates, by the way. Okay, let's fix that. This is okay. I'm gonna do and ignore private val date value. It's gonna be a string. Let me check the category real quick. Yeah. And I'm gonna use this. And I'm just gonna do two string. There we go. And now we want to parse. That's our local date time from the date value, or like a parse local date time dot parse from the date value. Yeah. And not ignore that. We want to ignore this, and this should only be a getter. Pause the and color and immediately get. We can't ignore this because there is no setter. Okay. I believe we can make this an arrow function to make it... No? No, we can't. Okay, but this is okay. Alright, this is okay. And what else was there? I think it was the recurrence. Yeah. I feel like it might be... And it's a still class, of course. Let's see. Kotlin sealed class. Serializable. Sealed class serializer. Sealed class view model loading. You're probably right about creating a custom serializer. No. So we need to refactor this now. The recurrence cannot be serialized. The recurrence cannot be serialized. That means we cannot keep this into our database. We can convert it immediately into a string, but when we... Okay, I think I got it. Here's the recurrence, right? We'll do recurrence name, okay? We'll do recurrence name. It's a string. It's gonna be none because that's the name. And check this out. This is gonna be a private one. Okay. We'll create a little function. String to recurrence. Okay. And instead of it should be this. We don't even need that, but when it's none, we want to return recurrence.none. Right? You get it? When it's daily, we want to return recurrence.daily. And just repeat all of these. Weekly, recurrence, weekly, monthly, recurrence, monthly, and yearly. Damn it, no. yearly, recurrence, yearly. There we go. This is lowercase t. So this is gonna be a getter. It's gonna be a val, recurrence. Wanna do get return recurrence name to recurrence. No, of course. The recurrence should return a recurrence. There we go. Should be happy now. Happy. So there we go. Right? There we go. So this is like the interface variable, same as the date, that uses the private variable that's serializable. Okay, so in this case, both of them are strings. Cool. Okay, so now when we actually do this, I want to say recurrence name is recurrence.name, and now we are in the clear. Okay, what's this? The else. Nothing. Just like recurrence.none probably. And we don't want to do return when. Yeah, return when. Done deal. Okay, now first of all, we want to like delete the two expenses that we registered, but we are sure that all of the values are serializable because there's double, string, where is it? String is serializable. The category is a relationship, and that's all. That's all here. Then we have a string and another string, so we're pretty much. What's up with this? Damn it! Kotlin parse float. To double instead. No way. Can I do red to float? Yes, I can. There we go. This is better. So we don't use like deprecated methods. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's run it, erase all data, create some categories, and create a new expense, and we should have all of these things. Oh, cool. Now it's, damn it. Alright, I might have to delete the app, but we'll try to click on the settings. But I still think, yeah, it's already broken. The app already crashed. Okay, let's delete the whole app and run it again. And we're probably done with the expenses screen. We can move on to reports. Let's go. Actually, I want to create one more just for like diversity. Groceries. Go back. Add screen. $15 for carrots. Okay, and now give me 75, not 750, but 75 for bills. And I want to say, I don't know, phone bill. And I want to put that on like on last Sunday, so it's last week. Okay, let's see. Today, carrots, good. If I do this week, it should be the same. Good, but if I say this month, then we should also see the phone bill. No. This makes no sense. All right, let's see. But I think I understand why. Ah, there we go. You see that? Not cool. Okay, so we are filtering these expenses. Of course, it's not gonna work. How did I miss this? I'm gonna need to like query these again, you know, and try again. Like this. This is definitely not gonna work. I'm just gonna stop it. Okay. Whew. How did I miss that? We want to get all of the, you know, all of the expenses and then filter them out. Not just like the first one. You see that? See how it got filtered? We saw the... Yeah, we actually saw the phone bill. So today is okay. This week again, but if I click on this month, we should see the phone bill. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So 15 and 75 equals to 90. The math is correct. Everything is correct. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to the report screen now. Now, these are all mock reports. Let's see, what do we got? We have a view model. Do we even... We don't. Cool. That's all right. That's all right. So we go to the reports page because that's our reports page. View model inside. And we have the expenses right here. No mock expenses, please. So just an ordinary list of. An ordinary list of. And we're going to go to the, I don't know, expense view model. And just basically steal this for our init. Calculate date range. There we go. Mock expenses again. Not gonna be doing that because it's not cool. Get yourself all of the expenses and apply the filter on top of everything. Or like, I don't know, we can also do like a private val. But what if we wanna, if we create one, yeah, gonna have to like do a flow. There's an optimization here, so if you're watching, like, pay attention. Every time, this is the init, but every time we go to a screen and there's like, these are all separate screens, we're gonna be querying the database. And I believe we do need to, because the view model is gonna like, we're creating an instance for of this view model for every view, or like every page inside of this screen. So yeah, there's probably a better way to, you know, to make this, but if you know, just like let me know, or like feel free to open a PR because it's open source. Here's the repo, by the way, and here's the design. Okay, so we are getting all of the expenses, and then what do? Oh, we got the filtered expenses, so we don't actually need to do this. Okay. Nightbot is kind of sleepy. Give these folks the repo, not just the Figma. There we go. Twice. Okay. Cool. So we can also say goodbye to the mock expenses. We don't use them here as well. That's where we use them. Expenses lists. And reports, again, not using them here. So only one place. Expenses list. For the preview, I guess that's alright, because we only use them for the preview. Okay, this is the big moment. Is this going to be the end of the app? Did we actually finish building the app? Let me know. Let's see. groceries for today. If I swipe left, we should see Sunday having a value here. You know? Saturday. I don't. Or maybe we actually added Saturday instead of Sunday. We actually did Saturday. Sunday is the 5th. Saturday is the 4th. Okay. But hey, check it out. Isn't this what we want? Here's the phone bill. Right? Here's the... Let's create one more. But not in February. I'm gonna create one in January, like, I don't know, 15th of January. What do we got? Groceries, 150. What's that? Eggs, because I hear they're like super, yeah, super expensive. Let's submit that. Go here. So we got the carrots, we got the phone bill, and let's try scrolling here. There we go. There are the eggs. So if I go monthly, October, November, December, January 15th, and there we go. February, we got the 4th of February. That's like the phone bill. It's pretty expensive. And also we got the carrots on the 9th. This is done. This is done. So we also didn't do this. So let's go add view model. By the way, yeah, we're done. We actually finished the app. We installed Sentry and also got live data. Oh my god. I was just missing 1 hour. Because this was supposed to be a 2-hour stream. Now we're like over 3 hours. I don't care. We built the app. The app is finished. Let's actually reload, reset, you know, the form, and we can like get the hell out of there. Category is null. What else are we missing? Amount is an empty string. Recurrence. Actually, I'm just gonna like grab all of this, the default values. I'm gonna paste it here, and I'm just gonna massage everything. There we go. There we go. What else is there? I wanna get this and this. Oh, we actually needed the commas. Yeah. Let's go create one more. Let's create one more to see if the one for yesterday, for example. Let's create a 25 bills. What's that gonna be? Water, probably. So when I create the expense, the whole form should just like reset, and even the date. There we go. There we go. So there's carrots and water, phone bill. All right. There we go. We actually did it. We actually did it. So RealmDB integration, we got live data now. Man, I can't believe we actually did it. Because like at the last week, this was like the third stream, we finished the we finished the expenses screen, and also the report screen, and then we installed Sentry, to keep like the profiles and issues, and then also installed RealmDB to do the live data, and we refactored the whole app within 3 days, which is crazy. It is crazy, but we did it. You know, it's possible, easily possible. And I actually like Jetpack Compose. Yeah, there might be like a there might be like a there might be a learning curve for you, but like as soon as you know, start feeling more comfortable and basically practice regularly, just like we did for the past month or so, I think. I'm not sure when we officially started, but yeah, when you grab, you know, when you get a hold of how, you know, Jetpack Compose works and like Kotlin as a language and all these things, I think like you get to fall in love more and more with Jetpack Compose as a technology. In terms of ecosystem, we did find the packages that we were looking for, and I don't think we also used a lot of packages per se. I think like we used only 2. But yeah, this was a really nice series. We built the app in Jetpack Compose, which is pretty awesome. Okay, that's it for this series. If we continue, we're gonna continue. Like I'm gonna take a little break for a few weeks because I'll be moving on different continents, and I'll be trying to, you know, find an apartment, try to settle in. So when I do that, I'm gonna start streaming again. We might do some Maui, or like do the same app in Maui, or we might even do some web dev. Who knows? I love web dev. I feel like most comfortable when developing web apps, but mobiles are not bad as well. Okay. Yeah. Wishing you all good health. I hope you learned a lot from this series. I sure did. So yeah, I'm gonna see you all in a few weeks time, and until then, take care of yourself. Okay, bye.